Lions fans, welcome to the first episode of Restore the Roar podcast. I'm the host, Daniel McClure. You can find me at DMule366 on Twitter or at _Restore the Roar. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. One Pride himself. What's up, Mike?
Oh, what's going on, man?
Not too much. Super excited about this. Can't wait to get this started. Got a lot of great content. First, want to say that we are giving away a PlayStation 5. Yeah, man. Sometime next year, we'll give that away. We'll talk a little bit more on what we need to do to make that happen for you guys at the end of this episode. But first, please like, follow us, share, all of that on at Restore the Roar Vodcast on YouTube or at Restore the Roar Podcast.
Yep.
Let's jump right in it, man. Let's talk real quickly about the last game. We got our asses kicked. We know it. We're going to move on real quick. But I want to just go over, I didn't think we were going to lose.
Yes.
I thought we were going to win. I really did. I was drinking the Kool-Aid big time. And you came to me a day before and was like, this is our trap game. And I didn't believe it.
Yes.
How'd you know?
I just had that feeling, man. Like I said, we was coming off an emotional win. It was in a cold weather state against the Jets. It was hard fought, physical win, coming back on the road again on a Saturday, playing Carolina in Carolina. It just felt like the perfect trap game for us, man.
Yeah. I thought the Jets game was a trap game. Tough defense, right?
Yes.
With Wilson being able to scramble, I really thought that they could beat us, and it was a good game. We came down and won it at the end, but after we lost, I looked back and I was like, everything made sense that it was a trap game. So you were spot on. But let's talk about the scheme real quick, because from the first play when they gashed us, I couldn't believe we weren't stacking the box to start the game. Why do you think the coaching staff went away from that?
Me personally, I feel like Aaron Glenn was more focused on Sam Darnold and also DJ Moore. For what reason, I don't know. I would have stacked the box, but I felt like he was so worried about Sam Darnold's mobility, able to run, throw on the run, which he can do. And, everybody know DJ Moore is a solid receiver. Yeah. But we should have stacked that box for sure, because all of Carolina big plays came from the run, especially from the first play of the game.
Gashed us, and the play action ended up opening up for them because of that, and they had some big passes late to DJ Moore. Exactly. Probably because Zach Wilson and the Jets receivers were gashing us, even though Sam Darnold's a better quarterback, in my opinion, than Zach Wilson.
Agree.
But that's me. So I personally think the scheme hurt us big time that game. And then Okudah ended up getting benched in the second half. Talk to me about your boy Okudah. He's had a couple rough games, man. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, man. Okudah, I don't know what's going on. I know they said he has COVID, probably still some type of side effects from it, because they do say it lasts a long time. But at the same time, man, you got to step in. If you're going to play, you got to step up. So that's just what it is. Hopefully this will be his bounce back game again.
I mean, he's had an up and down season. He's coming back from the injury. He's looked good in some games. I mean, the first game against the Vikings, he shut down Jefferson. Second game, different story.
Exactly.
But Jefferson, he's a different breed, man. The guy's
top wide receiver, man.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the biggest thing outside of scheme for us last week was Elliott being out. I mean, he's our run stop and safety.
Exactly.
Leader of that defense, and not having Tracy Walker obviously is hurt, but he's been out for most of the year.
Yep.
And Elliott's out this week against the Bears, man. Are we going to be able to stop Fields or what?
I believe so, man. I think Hutchinson should come off and have 2 sacks. I mean, the D-line, Hush, man, he's a beast. So, I feel like they should be able to contain him, because the Bears' O-line is not that great. So we should be able to make some plays on him for sure.
That's true. Hutchinson has gone quiet in some games, but he is a rookie. He's developing. You can tell he's been learning new techniques, new moves as the season goes out. So he's going to be a stud next year, hands down. Exactly. But that leads us into, the 3 keys for this game, and you and I are both on the same page. What are your 3 keys for us to win this game?
We need to get Swift going early. This needs to be the game where Swift come back and play like he was to start the season. Also, we need Goff to continue to play like he's been playing. I need that 0 interception games again. 3 touchdowns, I feel like. And also, we need to get Jameson involved a little more. It's time for him to show us what we have in him and why we traded up to get him. So that's my keys to win.
Yeah, Swift needs to get involved. Where has he been?
Exactly.
Man, the first game of the season, second game of the season, he looked so good, and he has not looked the same since.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on. I know he was hurt. Williams was balling, but yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
And Jameson, like you said, we baby Swift back. We're going to baby him. He's the future. So I agree. I do think he gets involved more in this game. We're not going to stop Fields. I mean, he's going to get his.
Yeah, he's going to get his. We just have to slow him down. That's it.
Just force a turnover to
exactly.
Let's do something. I'm with you there. Running game needs to get involved. I want to see Swift break one. 1 or 2 big ones against that poor defense, and then make Fields turn the ball over like they did last time. 1 interception, 2 interception, and Goff staying perfect. It's been 7 in a row. So
yes, let's make it 8.
Yeah. Now that goes into the 3 keys to lose this game. What do you see? What do you can see that would come up that we're going to lose?
Oh man, like we said, if Goff turn over that ball, that's going to be one. The second one, if we let Fields play like Fields, if he have a field day against us, it's going to be a long day for sure.
Like last time.
Exactly, like last time. And if we can't stop him, that's just what it's going to come down to, man. We have to slow down Fields.
Now is Goff going to make it 8 in a row with no picks?
Of course.
Yeah.
I believe in Goff. I believe in him, man. I'm on his bandwagon. He made a fan out of me now.
Yeah. Well, we'll go into a little bit about that here in a second, but. I'm with you. I don't think we're going to stop Fields, but we need to try to contain him in a couple plays. Make him make some bad decisions with throwing the ball.
Exactly.
And stop it. And Goff not having that bad turnover like he did, week 1 through 6. He had a couple bad turnovers, but he's been playing pretty good since then.
Exactly.
Well, I know everybody has playoffs on their mind right now. I certainly do. We've been talking about it forever. And, we know the scenarios, but do we get in?
It's going to be tough. Like I said, I feel like it might be Seattle, but we do have a good chance. And also, we still can't count out Green Bay. It's going to come down to the last game of the season, and it's in Green Bay. But like I said before, I believe in Goff. He's going to lead that way. We're going to win out. We just need a little help somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Giants, if they lose one, if they lose out, they have to lose out.
Because the Giants have to lose 2 for sure.
Yeah, if the Giants lose out because they have 8 wins already, and then Washington or Seattle lose 1 more.
Correct.
And we win out, right? That's number 1. We got to win out. We're in. Or if Giants end up winning 1 game, we need Washington and Seattle to lose one. And again, we need to win out in that big game. Yes. I was saying it about 5 weeks ago. I was worried about this Packers game. That was the game. That was the game I was most worried about. I was like, last game of the year against the Packers in Lambeau. And you were hoping that they would rest Rodgers, but they're in a playoff push themselves. So I don't see them resting them unless they lose this week. And
it's to Minnesota, so.
I don't think they're going to, not in Lambeau.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but I hope Minnesota get them for sure.
Yeah, me too. They've been playing good, but Green Bay's been playing pretty good as well. So let's circle back to Goff's success because he is. I mean, for the last 7
games,
he's been balling. Right? Let's just be honest. He hasn't made a mistake. He's led this team to a playoff push, which. You and I have been waiting for this type of feel for years. I mean,
wow, exactly.
Since 2016, right, when Stafford was here. So, talk to me a little bit about Goff, man. What do you think about him?
Oh man, he's having the best season he has since since 2018. I want to say when he was with the Rams. I mean, 26 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, almost 4,000 passing yards. Back in 2018 to 2016, I believe it was 4,000 passing yards he had. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing real good, man. I'm very proud of him. That's what we need here in Detroit. And he's not a bridge quarterback at all. So he's here to stay. He's here to stay for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you and I both have been going back and forth about him a little bit, but since day one, I thought this coaching staff believed in him 100%. In the beginning of the year, I said he has to have a terrible year for us to want to move on from him. They believe in him. I mean, he's been to the Super Bowl. I'd like to see a quarterback a little bit more mobile than he is.
Yes.
But if he can eliminate the bad passes, the bad interceptions and turnovers like he has been, he's a pretty good quarterback, and I could see us stiffening up that defense, put another weapon around him. I think we need a big body receiver for the red zone. What do you think we're missing on offense? Because we're stacked.
Yeah, like you said, we're definitely missing a big body in the red zone. That can go up and get that jump ball for sure. We do need another running back, I would say. Swift hasn't really been it so far. He's very injury prone. Williams, he's good, but can only do so much. The tight ends, we really don't use too much. That's why we traded away Hawkinson. Shark, he's on a 1-year deal. So, we might bring him back, but not too sure. I would personally, but if not, I understand. So we definitely need that big body receiver that can go up and get those jump balls.
Yeah, I mean, Brown obviously is an absolute stud. Cooper Kupp type. I mean, this guy's a freak. But he can only do so much, and that's why I think we need a big body receiver for getting those 50-50 balls, putting them in our court so we can win those more. And we'll go into that in another episode, what receivers we see in the draft, because I don't think we're going to take any in the first 2-3 rounds, but potentially a late rounder. Holmes knows how to draft. I can tell you that.
Yeah, definitely. He's been doing a good job so far. I love it, man.
And that coaching staff has been boosting these kids up. So I'm excited for the future when it comes to our team and our top of the lines coaching and GM. But that goes into 3 bold predictions for the game. All right. What are your predictions?
I'm gonna go out on a limb, man. I'm gonna say Swift get at least 90+ yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground, 1 receiving. Golf, 300+ passing yards. Yes. No interceptions, 3 touchdowns.
3 tutties.
3 tutties. And I'm going to say Hutchinson, 2 sacks. Bucket.
2 sacks.
Yes.
Bucket. All right. I love it.
Yes.
I agree. I think Swift, he's going to have a good game. And it kind of ties into my 3 predictions. I think Swift, he's going to get a 20+ touchdown run. It's been too long, man.
Yeah, he needs one.
We're going to give him the ball this week. I think Jameson is going to go off. He's only had 1 catch, 1 touchdown since we started him. He's going to get at least 5 and $120.
I would love to see that, man.
Yeah, I don't know about a touchdown, but I don't even care. Just get this kid involved, man. Golf underthrew him last week, and it's chemistry. I mean, that guy's fast, and they got to get used to it. So they will. But I predicted two scores this year, right? I think
yes, you did.
It was the Dolphins game I predicted. I hate to say we're going to lose, but I'm a realistic fan. I love the Lions, but predicted that loss, unfortunately, perfectly. And I predicted the Jets win, which I was super excited about. So I'm going to predict this one. Lions are going to win 30-27.
Woo!
You heard it here first. That's the score.
30-27. I will go out on a limb. I'm going to say we will win 24-13.
Wow.
The defense will show up because they're pissed about last week's performance. You heard it here first.
Man, I hope so. If they only score 13 points, that means we've contained Fields, and
that's what we're going to do. That's what
nobody's going to do that this year. Hey, you got me excited about that.
Yes, sir.
Well, awesome. Well, that is all we have today. Don't forget, we are going to give away that PS5 some point next year. What we're looking for, Mike, right, is 1,000 followers, whether it's on our YouTube channel, right, or our podcast, and that's YouTube. That's at Restore the Roar Vodcast, and on podcast it is at Restore the Roar Podcast.
Even follow us on Twitter.
Yes, follow us on Twitter _ Restore the Roar, or you can follow Mike and I at DMule366. Mike, what's yours?
I forgot because I forgot what my Twitter is, to be honest.
Is it at Mr. One Pride?
Yes. Oh yeah, at Mr. One Pride.
At Mr. One
Yes,
Pride.
sir.
No worries.
Yes,
well, thank you all for listening. Tune in next episode. We'll catch you later.